Right, the next toxicity that we are going to be talking about is the energetic toxicity. Now, I believe this covers, again, quite a large spectrum. Is this within our control? Yes and no. Like a lot of these toxicities, we just have to be aware of them. And so let's just understand something, and I'm sorry if I'm just trying to re-educate something that you already know about, but I think a lot of people still don't know about. We are made up of energy. We are made up of atoms which are active. They are producing energy. Everything around us is made of energy. Everything in our environment is made of energy. Everything on our planet is made of energy, even if it's static or inanimate, everything in our universe is about energy. And so therefore, everything we have around us has an impact on our energy levels, whether that be on a physical level, psychological level, brain. Our brain communicates using energy. Everything in our body is functioning through energy. So if we take that on board and just understand that that is how everything is, that is how we are, we then start thinking about, and again there is a grey area with all of these things, we then start thinking about what we're taking into our body, what we're eating, what we're drinking, whether that energy or the energy that is being coming from that food, that drink, whether that is good for us. Is what we are cooking our food in good for us? Are we using instruments and utensils and an environment where we are basically altering the energy of the food in a way? Again, I think this is almost the opportunistic toxicity coming in here as well, whereby, putting something into a microwave, let's say, and I did some care work for a while, and I really tried hard to cook proper food for the clients that I was providing care for. A lot of the people that were under the care, they ate an awful lot of food out of plastic containers because they were pre-prepared frozen meals. And, they would be put into a microwave for 5 to 6 minutes. And then you had to leave them stand for like a minute, and then, you used to be able to take them out. And it always really worried me that, people were eating such a vast amount of that kind of food. Is that good for us? You need to make the choice whether you think that that's good for you. Is cooking, cooking with aluminium, for instance, has been proven, if you do your research, has been proven to cause cancer, has been proven to alter our brain because of the aluminium content that we are imparting into the food that we're cooking in those pans, whereby people have been cooking with cast iron, stainless steel, without really having a huge impact on their health. So do you have to look at what you're cooking your food in? Is a microwave the best thing to cook your food in? Or could you just limit your usefulness, your use of a microwave technology, for instance, and use utensils and such like to reheat food or cook food in a different way that could, again, with lowering that risk of contamination into our bodies that therefore will have an adverse effect by by introducing toxins into our body that are not good for us, and thereby, again, adding another layer of toxicity into our system, which in the long term causes health problems. You don't need to be a scientist to understand that these things are not really good for us. Just do your research to see the effects that it's having. Observe how people live their life, okay? Go back to what I said before in the introductory video about the map is not the territory. If somebody has a map of their life and they are, that's the way that they are leading their life, can you observe that what they're eating, how they're behaving, what kind of toxins, as far as you can be aware of, they are taking into their system and their life, and the effect that that's having on their body or the people around them. There's your evidence. Don't just take one example, take many examples. And somebody says that they're constantly ill, that they get flu bugs and colds, and any bug that's going around, they get it really, really easily. Therefore, look at their lifestyle. Look at what it is they're eating. What are their stress levels like? The environment that they live in, the environment that they work in. All of these things have an impact. You can observe somebody's map, but it's not your territory. You can see the effects of people's lives all around you. It's not difficult to do your own research and spend your life just thinking, well, this person says they're always ill, they're always sick, they're suffering from whatever it is that they're suffering from. Well, I wonder what it is. What is it? Because very often when somebody's in that environment, they are very often limiting their own territory, as it were, by the map that they are, that they've got. They don't. Very often, in my experience, people don't look outside of their own map to see whether what it is that they're doing is affecting them. Because maybe their source of information is not really serving them very well. And so, can we help them to understand that? In my personal experience as a psychologist, you can really only help someone to overcome something or be aware of something if they want to be aware, if they want to overcome something. No one else can do that for them. It has to be something that they realise themselves. I've come across many people in my life who, to the point, in my opinion, of stupidity and stubbornness, have sacrificed their life because of their map. And it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking to observe people who are so tied into their own map, they do not want to see anything else beyond it. You can tell somebody till you're blue in the face. You can encourage them that what they are doing is actually probably not the best thing for them. And they won't listen. They won't listen. And I've come across this so many times, and this is what's driven me really to produce these videos, because I feel very passionate that I want to encourage people to just open your mind, to open their minds to the fact that their map is not the territory, that actually what it is, all these toxicities are being layered one on top of the other because they're not aware, or they're ignorant, or they choose not to be aware, or choose not to do their research, or choose not to understand that all these external things are having an effect on their body. As much as we can control it, they are having an effect. They have an effect on our body. And if we just stick to our map because we believe that that is what is the territory that we are going through our life with, then, it's no surprise to me when people say that they are sick and they are ill, because when you dig deeper into their environment, into their mental health, into their physical health, into what it is they're putting into their body on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, lifetime basis, it's kind of easy to see. You can, from an outsider, look at their map and say, well, in my opinion, according to my map of the world, that is probably not the best thing for you to do. Will they listen? It's down to them. Nothing you can do about it. You can't control other people's environment. You can't control other people's way of life. And you can't control people's behavior. You can make them aware or help them to become aware, but you can't make them do it. So, energetic toxicity, again, is another layer. Comes down to the energy and environment and everything around, the kind of almost the radiation of and the energy levels that we are putting into ourselves. Are we exercising enough? Are we poisoning or creating the toxins within our body by putting the wrong kind of energy in it? This is what it comes down to. Make up your own mind, do your own research, and I'll look forward to talking about the next toxicity with you.